Welcome to the back nine. Luck of the draw. GBO 2019. Team Oakley. Team Oakley leads by one throw and has picked Marcus Alt. And we got the most excitement just now for that pull. Marcus and Lucas. About to throw some shots here on hole 10. There are lots of bugs here. One of them just flew in my mouth. Marcus is playing with the left to right crosswind. He's playing straight over Monkey Island, which is all out of bounds. I'm not sure this is an advisable play, but we'll see how it works out. Marcus goes Lucid X Felon. He's worked it over, and that is working back to the right. Extremely unorthodox shot, but he nearly got to the basket.
No pressure.
Paige kind of poking fun at the fact that now the pressure is on Oakley's shoulders. And as a competitor, that's what you love to see. First competitor out of bounds, you love it.
Love it.
Oakley taking the more traditional straight hyzer route here. Oakley goes flex with a Lucid X Felon and nearly gets back in bounds. That's going to be immediately out of bounds. Team Oakley not looking great on this hole. Doing maybe a little too much. Nice hyzer, needs to just get a little bit left.
Not bad.
Lucas has landed one safe for his team. Paige Pierce just lands one a bit closer in this wind. And she goes Marshall, just misses Monkey Island. You can tell that wasn't her intended line, but it is safe. Got an unfortunate late lift to about 40 long. Looks like Marcus's shot was even closer to working out than we thought. It is in fact in the water, out of bounds.
You mark it already?
So this is going to be Marcus and Eric's bid for par as they carry a one-throw lead here into hole number 10. Marcus gives it a good look and hits maybe 3 inches low on the cage. Oakley with a couple of lackluster shots on this hole. Not a great throw and not a great putt. They're going to settle for a bogey 4. The potential to lose 2 throws to Lucas and Paige here if they can convert here from 40 feet. Lucas with a great spin. Oh, starts to walk it down, but it just kicks out the left side. A little bit of wind-aided half spit, half left side there. Great putt for Lucas. Good aggressive line. And Paige Pierce is once the edge turned over in the wind, just dropped out on her. They will still collect a 1-throw advantage on this hole, bringing our match back to all square as far as strokes go. The wind is absolutely gusting right now, making even these tap-ins a little bit nervy. Move over to hole 11. Back to all square. On to hole 11. This hole certainly favors a lefty or a forehand thrower. This hole does move left to right, but we've got wind coming off of our left shoulder. OB water on the left side, OB road on the right, and Amando just in front of us. Mila with a nice low release, and safe is absolutely good here.
Road is the OB, not the path.
There is a sidewalk on the right side that does not play out of bounds. It's the road that's a few feet past that plays out of bounds. It's a forehand felon for Paige Pierce. That is too high. She needs that to dive hard. Looks like she caught a tree and she's safe.
Send it away, dude. See what you got.
Wasn't a roller.
Roger steps up to the tee. He's taking backhand turnover here. And if that's a stable disc, he's going to love that result.
Great shot.
great line by Roger. A little force over, working back to the basket. He is up there by the basket, closest drive so far. Eric debating between the forehand and backhand here. Looks like he's going to take Glenn Marshall on a backhand turnover. Oh, and Eric's Marshall is tracking. Catches the tree in the middle, but they're going to be right outside the circle with that drive. Not a bad shot.
Sorry, Dan.
Mila trying to decide her play as Paige Pierce steps up. Maybe 80 feet to the basket. A nice nose up putt so she can control the distance. That is right under the basket, giving Mila the green light. She's going forehand compass here. Oh, this is a beautiful flight. Oh, what a great shot by Mila. Some excitement from Paige Pierce and some apt applause from the spectators here. Team Oakley is going to use Roger's drive as he has put them inside 20 feet. Put the team on his back to give Eric a one-throw lead. For Eric, you're going to love that sort of outcome because, well, you didn't really have to do a whole lot except just show up and get carried. The wind has died down just a little for our competitors here, which is excellent because the Peninsula hole is one of the easiest holes to find out of bounds on here on the course.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
321 feet. A lot of people are going to play safe over to the right. Allison doesn't ever care about playing safe, goes for the turnover. She needs that to sit hard, and that's just found the edge of the water there. If both players go out of bounds here, they'll go to the drop zone on the end of the peninsula, throwing three. It's nearly an unmakeable shot, so Oakley certainly needs to find land here. This is tracking to the right exactly how you want. Needs to miss the trees, and that rolls into the water. Brutal kick. They will be headed to the drop zone more than likely. We can't really tell from here. Looks like Paige Pierce is lining up an aggressive straight shot at this basket. Ah, she plays the turnover. Trying to hang that safe. Kicks down. That's totally fine. She gives a, let's see, maybe a cheeky smile knowing that's good to be in bounds after Eric's hit close to the same spot and found out of bounds. A wry smile. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Jeremy playing over toward the Heiser side, but that's just fine. In the fairway, Team Oakley headed to the drop zone. Team Pierce will be first to throw as they landed in bounds. 75 feet to the basket. This is a jump putt layup from Paige. You love it. Inside 10 feet. That is the play from there. There's only about really 15 feet that you can land a drive here and keep it safe. Jeremy with a nice turnover. Good touch on that shot. They've got nearly a guaranteed three. Here's Team Oakley coming from the drop zone. Allison will be first to throw. She throws the high hyzer, trying to make it. Rolling toward the water. Hard to know if that's safe, but should be fine. Eric kind of plays the justice putt. That's just fine. They'll take four there. And assuming that nothing crazy happens, we're going to have a tie ball game after 12. That's Oakley in for 4, Pierce in for 3. Tied up, 6 holes to go. Tie ball game. Also, we got the cutest puppy in the world moving out of the way. Super cute. Team Pierce with the 3 takes the box here. Paige asked Tina to give some love to the Tina Stamp disc as she gets ready to throw it over the water. This is a beautiful line, drifting left of where she wants, but that's going to land safe. Oh my goodness, that got knocked down a lot. Wow, that looked like it was well past the edge of the land there. Chandler with a forehand. He's taking a little bit more speed on the disc here. Chandler switches from a defender to a stiletto and says it's his wind fighter. .286 feet. He's thrown that a little bit high, but that is safe over by 14's tee box. 90 to 100 feet from the basket, not bad at all. Here's Lucas for his shot over the water. Lucas has hung it over a lot of land. He needs that to push. I believe that's gotten stuck in a tree, so it officially isn't out of bounds yet. We'll see what Oakley has to say here. Oakley's lining up a forehand. Hard to tell if he's taking the wide hyzer or straight shot here. He's gone straight at it with a forehand. That's got plenty of pace, just needs to miss that tree. That's just fine. He'll be circle's edge right there, and we'll have a couple looks at birdie. Chandler with a long birdie look, maybe 90 or 100 feet. And that's a bullet of a spin putt. Great wrist action from Chandler as he puts it 15 feet long, but chain high nearly almost all the way. Maybe it's not 100, maybe it's more like 80, but certainly a long putt. Paige, oh my goodness, what a beautiful line from Paige Pierce. So here's Lucas at circle's edge for the 2 in the lead. Just a low putt. Wind coming straight into their face. This is maybe just outside circle's edge, 35 feet or so. Oakley puts a little bit too much float on that putt. Looks like both teams will be taking par 3s here. Couple of quick cleanups, no score movement. 5 holes to go, knotted up for the lead. Hole 14, 401 feet, straight forward. Oh, we got 2 partners for both Eric and Paige. It's going to take a full pull for any of our competitors to get to this basket today. Wind a little bit in our face, though blocked by the trees just a bit. Oh, and this is a smooth pull. Wow, that's a beautiful flight. Expertly done.
No, you're good, Trader. Sorry.
Brad throwing a beautiful line as we see Lucas on the box again.
Yes.
Lucas with a clean pull as well. Needs that to stay straight.
Yeah, they are.
That's fine. Inside 150 or so, not bad. There's Paige Pierce with a bio defender. Looking to take advantage of the distance of this hole. This is a pure line. If it stays in the air to get left, it has. That is inside the circle.
Carry me, guys. Let's go.
Effortless looking distance from Paige Pierce. It's so cool to see. Just efficient form.
Stay up, baby. Stay up.
And that's a good flight. That's going to be out in the field. Not bad. Paul puts a drive out in the field. Cynthia's done the same, similar distance. A long flight from Cynthia. Beautifully done. Couple of lucid enforcers in Eric Oakley's hand. I believe the mango has just a touch less stability than the blue one he had in his hand. this is full connection from Eric. Beautiful flight. Needing a little skip, which it gets. That's going to be right around circle's edge. Beautiful flight. And an unfortunate turn of events. It looks like Paige Pierce has taken off her shoes and gone into the water on hole 13 to try and find Tina's face suspect. You hate to see a fallen soldier, but you got to question the commitment in water as disgusting as the water she's standing in right now. Dude, impromptu in the bag with Eric Oakley here.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll guide this real quick while we're waiting for Paige to get back. So we got
kind of like me, so this is actually mine in the back.
Yeah, so hey, what's up guys? It's me, Eric Oakley. I throw hard, I got a good forehand, so check it out, okay? So we got a couple EMAC truths here, good for like throwing forehands and throwing really hard. Then we got Felon, this one's cool. Then we got a Raider. I really like the Raider. I wish it was in Lucid, and I'll get it sometime. So that's just me, Eric Oakley. And then we got some Enforcers. But yeah, so we got a Justice here. Then some more Felons, and then in the sides we got some Felons. And yeah, so this has been me, Eric Oakley. Thank you for joining me for this TED Talk. Oh, the turbo putt from Paige's drive and the double peace sign flare to close it out. Keeping things knotted up between Team Paige and Team Oakley.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Beautifully executed turbo putt. From 3 feet closer. Cynthia pulls it just a little bit to the right. Right side chains and out. On 2 times turbo putts? Are you serious?
Turbo boost!
I don't think I could make any turbo putts, much less ones on camera that counted for something sort of worthwhile. That was awesome. The hard right. He got him.
Got it, you're out.
Collateral damage.
Yep, you're out. You're out. And one player gets to come back in. Sick. Dodgeball.
You're out.
All right.
Let's pull some partners.
Let's pull some.
Hole 15, 4 holes to go. Tied up after some sweet birdies on hole 14.
One partner. Dino.
Dino Ricciardi.
Brad, sweet.
Brad Sweet.
Brad. You're so sweet.
Brad, after converting on the super nasty turbo putt, earns a spot back on the card with Eric Oakley here. And then we got father to Cynthia Ricciardi, Dino, playing with Paige on this hole. All tied up, right?
All still tied.
Dude,
One tie.
let's get a quick prediction for the next 4 holes. What are we gonna see?
We're gonna see me throwing the disc awesome.
Okay, yeah,
We're gonna see
that sounds right.
Paige throwing it like also awesome.
Yeah, okay, that seems right.
But I think her rings are a little dirty, so they don't have any more flash on them or shiny stuff. So I think I'm gonna get some good breaks, and we're gonna take it down.
Okay. Okay, cool. That sounds good. Sounds good. We'll see how it plays out for him.
Yeah, I hope so.
Dino finds the grip lock to end all grip locks. Gets a nice celebration from his daughter. You love the camaraderie even in times of despair. Paige Pierce, Lucid X Convict. That's a clean flight. Needs to miss those branches, and it has. That is definitely putting. Well executed. Brad debated on throwing the turbo putt off the tee. Instead went with a backhand. I like the hyzer flip line, but just turned a little bit too much for him. Pressure is squarely mounting on Oakley's shoulders as he knows Paige Pierce is putting here, and it's a pretty difficult shot. Eric deciding between an enforcer and a felon here. Certainly shapes well for a forehand. Looks like instead he's going to go with a backhand. Force this disc over to the right just a little bit and count on the stability to come back to the left. And this is a clean release from Oakley. That is beautiful. Needs to sit where it hits. That's nicely done inside the circle for sure. 2 expertly executed tee shots by our pros. Paige Pierce's drive has left Team Paige 50 feet or so from the basket here. Dino up to putt first. Ooh, that's a good line. Just a bit short, but right under the basket. Paige can be as aggressive with this putt as she wants to be. Just a bit low and left. Walking up on Oakley's drive, see it's gotten a little bit of an unfortunate skip, and the only tree really in play near the basket is directly between Brad and Eric's disc. They are certainly going to have to work the disc left to right to get this putter into the basket. Oh, look at this Anheuser putt, Brad. Brad showing that he can turbo putt and Anheuser putt. Needless to say, I'm impressed with the guy's game right now. We got Bobby Brown razzing Eric Oakley with the key jangling in the pocket. Don't know if you guys could hear that, but I could hear it. At first, I was very upset. Then I thought, you know what, Bobby? You're doing some good work there. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Couple of tap-ins for 3. That's in tournaments, we see a lot of 3s here, but 2 really good drives. Unfortunate we couldn't get some birdies out of them. Tough hole, though. 3 holes left.
We're bringing in Dustin and Zoe, so we're going to be drawing 6 people on this hole.
Whoa, 6 people.
4 people.
4 people, just kidding. Math is hard sometimes. All right, we got 2 returning competitors and 2 new competitors as we introduce 2 new pros into the fold, Zoe Andike and Dustin Keegan, both out of Oregon, both extremely talented, both dressed to the nines. Can't wait to see their drives here. Hole 16, 515 feet. This is definitely a separator.
Good stop, good stop.
Some people say good stop. I say false start. And this is a beautiful drive from Paige Pierce. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? That was good. Jericho with a nice turnover, but just a little bit nose up. Oh, it's caught the wind once it got past the trees, but pay that no mind. Paige has thrown a spectacular drive. I'd say she's probably at 40 feet or so, 45 in the wind. Come on, man. Oh, sorry, 45 at best. That's what Dustin says. Ooh, nice hyzer out into the field, never in danger. That's going to give guest team Zoe absolutely the green light to get aggressive here. Zoe, without stretching, crunches a disc. She may never see that one again. Local living legend Bruce Esquivel steps to the tee. Uncle to Isaiah Esquivel. Look at this throw from Bruce. Riding right. Needs it to get down right now to avoid OB. Oh, that's beautifully done. Easy approach from there. Bruce getting the W at one of the C tiers before GBO. Congratulations, Bruce. Showing off what he's got. This is a Raider from Oakley. You can expect some fireworks here. A little too much hyzer, maybe. It is moving right, but that's just going to sit down. Hopefully in bounds. Yeah, that's in bounds. Maybe a long jump putt from there. A good aggressive effort, no doubt. For the wind coming off their right shoulder once they get past the trees, it's really hard to contend with that for this first little bit.
Yeah.
Ryan with a nice forced anhyzer, but that needs to get down. It is safe, not bad. Here's Dustin Keegan. He's throwing one of his custom D-Kitty stamped discs. Dustin certainly has the distance to reach this hole. And one of the smoothest pulls in disc golf, a little bit low. If it misses that tree, I think it has a lot of potential, but that's a clean pull from Dustin. Team's always going to be first to approach here. It's a standstill hyzer from Zoe. Up in the wind, needs to sit. That's pushed through just a little bit. I think that is probably out of bounds. And that is too high. We need that to get down now. That is out of bounds but retrievable, which sometimes here at Peter Pan, that's all you can ask for. Ryan for Team Keegan takes a high hyzer approach. He needs that to get down. That is OB, unfortunately. Now that we're past the trees, the right to left wind is substantially more prevalent than on the tee. This is a Marshall for Dustin. A little kind of spinny approach. Look at the touch there. Beautifully judged by Dustin. Certainly inside the circle. For Team Oakley, this is from Eric's drive. Here's Bruce. Great putter. Great line on that disc, just a bit low. Here's Oakley from 85 feet. And that's a good line. Bottom just fell out of that a bit. And this is likely the shot of the day so far. Paige Pierce's drive here on hole 16 has left them 45 feet from the basket. It's a very good birdie opportunity that could likely seal the match for them if they can convert here. Paige's partner Jericho gives it a good chain height run, but on the left side. Here's Paige for two. You could tell that's early out of her hand. Believe that's safe. No penalty strokes here for practice. Paige and Jericho found themselves in a difficult position here. We saw Paige's putt for par end up just a bit short. Here's Jericho for three. Not a bad run, but Team Zoe and Ike, they'll be putting for their four here. Just a bit low and right from Zoe. Oh, just low. They'll have to settle for five here. We'll move over to Bruce and Eric Oakley for the three and a one-shot lead. Oh, Bruce hits the basket hard, just high left, and that will not stay in for their team. Oakley takes the lead, converting for three. Only 2 holes to go. One pretty easy birdie hole and one relatively difficult one.
Nice hit, dude. Nice hit.
Ryan and Dustin in for a great three.
All picture time.
Moving on to hole 17, 2 holes to go. Team Oakley with a 1-throw lead.
We're in it. We're alive.
Team Oakley steps up to 17's tee with a 1-throw lead. Bruce Escobar on the box. This is a deputy turnover. Low and just a little bit left. That's going to burn out to the left but be very safe. This hole is shaped very well for a forehand. Oakley is adept at throwing forehands. The only issue that he might face is that the green is kind of fast. If he happens to skip close to the basket, there's a chance that that could run away toward the out-of-bounds line. It's a very touchy forehand for someone who has a lot of power on their forehand, like Eric. Swatting away some haters, a.k.a. bugs. This is a great angle. Good skip. That will definitely be inside the circle, probably inside 15 or 20 feet. Oakley keeping the pedal to the metal, trying to claim his first ever luck of the draw skins win.
Oh, yes.
Devin with the low turnover.
Yeah, dude, got the
Beautiful
skip. Nice
skip
shot.
forward. That's a great shot. Dustin Keegan taking a felon forehand here as well. What do you think of the felon forehand play?
It's the best.
It is the best.
Ramses is the best.
Dustin with a nice flex forehand. If it was in the long pin, he would be in business. Alas, we're playing the short pin, so he's going to have a tough shot. Paige Pierce stepping up to 17's tee. Felon forehand as well. Oh, this
Play,
is a
Paige.
great angle. She needs a big skip. Oh, it gets a dead skip in the thick grass.
No pressure, but I need to get a birdie here.
That was a great angle. Joey looking for the backhand turnover. Tosses a sports sack to Paige Pierce. Joey with a smooth turnover, but that is tight. He needs that to hit and kick left. Looks like it's safe.
All right. We're gonna have to get you
I think he's safe. Next to tee will be Steve-O. I found out just a minute ago he's a fire performer.
Stay good for him. Sorry, Steve-O.
Testing the right side of that fairway and coming up just a bit short. He will be OB.
Going that way next time.
Here's a turnover from Zoe.
Oh, let's go.
Beautifully done. Probably a little bit long of the basket, but a great shot. We got Eric Oakley saying that course designers need to cater to his game a little bit more, as we've seen that he is 100% Park City, Utah population Eric parked this hole. This is Joey to keep Team Paige in contention. 50 feet. Just left. Paige has no reason to lay this up whatsoever. She's got to make this. Oh, bangerang, Peter! Bangerang! Huge putt from Paige Pierce. She has no regard for Eric's beautiful forehand shot as she buries her deputy in the middle of the basket. She is staying in contention with one hole to play. Huge putt by Paige Pierce to keep her team in this thing.
Hyped as possible for that puppy, dude. That dog is unreal.
Here's Steve-O from Zoe's drive. They've got a lot of branches to contend with there. Ultimately, Dustin and Zoe's scores won't count for this competition, but if they birdied all 3 holes, they could make the argument that they won outright anyway. So, still in the competition, you'll have to see it. Zoe with a nice float over the branches. Just leaves it a bit short. Devin from an E. Oh, 1 inch short. Looking for a little stretched out straddle birdie putt here. Oh. I believe the children say, look at the flick of the wrist. Or something like that. And Bruce. Easy drop into. Staying in there for Team Oakley, who's going to carry a 1-throw lead into hole 18. Hole 18, final hole of the day. Team Oakley carrying a 1-throw lead, 1 hole to go.
Aaron, Cox. Let's go, dude. Take me away. You got it.
Eric doing literally anything to avoid throwing on 18 because he's so nervous to try and get the win here. Making announcements. I wouldn't be surprised if we see even another announcement before he throws again. Oh, I love the form, and that is a pure forehand shot. Get up top. That's beautifully executed. Oakley throws a forehand raider that needs to get down. That is too long and probably OB. Looks like a spectator's keys fell out of their pocket. Couldn't tell if that was Bobby Brown's keys or not, but hard to know if that distracted Eric or even if he was trying to distract Eric. It's impossible to know at this point. This is a gatekeeper from Paige Pierce. She absolutely must execute here to give herself a shot. And this is a great angle, just needs to stay up and get on that top shelf. It's a little short of the top shelf, but she can scramble from there. Partner Mila on the tee with what looks like an escape.
Yeah, Mila, nice.
Mila with a smooth shot.
Yeah.
Well done. I think this is an Explorer that Dustin's got here. Looking for a smooth turnover. Oh, and smooth turnover he's gotten. This needs to rise just a bit to find that top shelf. Oh, that is A1 position. Easy forehand or a little putter turnover from there to the basket. Excellent work by Dustin. Last hole of the day, Nick Kuhn gets to throw. Oh, and he catches the tree, but he is safe. No problem. Last to throw will be Zoe and Jeremy. Zoe's taking Lucid Maverick here. I love that choice. It's my disc of choice on this hole as well.
Yeah,
That's a
Zoe.
clean hyzer flip from Zoe.
Get up there. Nice
Asking
shot,
for it to get up a
Zoe.
little bit, but that's a good flight. Jeremy's last to throw. He's found a gap in the tree on the right side, but still safe. Not bad at all. Paige Pierce has opted to throw the tight hyzer here. Oh, and she's hit the first branch in front of her. That's rolled out. I don't think she had a shot to get a 3 from the other position, but that's an unfortunate result. So Mila's going to try to do the same thing. She does need to pierce all the way through the gap to get safe across the OB line. Here's Mila to give Paige's team a shot at getting a 3 on this hole. Oh, and she very nearly peers the gap, catches the branch, and finds herself out of bounds. That's probably going to close the door on Paige Pierce's chances here, but it was a valiant effort. Paige and partner Mila are actually still out, so they're going to try and throw through the gap yet again. They have a much straighter look this time, and Paige hits it perfectly. Wow, that's well played by Paige. It's going to leave them around circle's edge. An extremely difficult shot, but their first look at the gap was probably the only way they could really get close and get a look at a 3 here. Oh, and Mila gets through the gap as well. Not quite as far as Paige Pierce's, but 2 good shots.
It's still a hard up shot.
Oh yeah, Jeremy chooses to play safe for Zoe's team. She's looking at a risky shot here through the trees. Get a look at a 3. Oh, and she executes the gap she was looking at. Oh, and just catches a tree on the other side of the gap. Still an impressive shot. Very, very bold from there. Team Oakley will be choosing Eric's partner's shot here as Oakley's shot went long OB, even though it looked beautiful from the tee.
All day, partner. All
And
day.
that's a great forehand skip shot to get them safe. That's going to shut the door on Team Paige Pierce for the win here. Team Oakley will be taking the win here at Luck of the Draw GBO 2019. Eric can get a little crazy with his shot here, knowing that his partner is safe and they've got an easy pitch up to the basket for their par. Oakley goes very aggressive. Just about missed that tree and got up to the basket, but instead he'll be looking at a 50 or so. There's a practice shot, definitely a stroke. We're tied back up. Oh, no practice throws.
Wow, nice drive, Dustin.
Yeah, if you could walk on this fairway and place your disc in the spot you'd like it to land, like a realistic spot, this is where you'd place it. This is beautifully executed. Nick lining up a forehand. Maybe for a shot at Eagle here. Oh, I love the height. Oh, just in front of the basket. Great shot by Nick. Be nearly impossible to better that effort, but DK is looking to do just that. Chooses more of a nose-up stall. That's a good shot. Definitely an easy 3. Jeremy's up with a Warden here. I love the hyzer. Oh my goodness, nearly rings it up from right around 70, 80 feet. Zoe giving it some effort for sure, but not much to do from there. That's a pretty long straddle putt. Team Oakley for their look at birdie 3. Not a bad run, but right under the basket. Eric has nothing to fear here, as he does have the match also not, but it'd be nice to finish on a birdie. Ooh, just a bit short. That's an ill-advised layup there. You're going to want to make it if you want to score better. So here's Mila for 4, 2 inches low. Great look. Paige Pierce with a solid putt for 4.
You're only clapping because you know you still won.
Ultimately, Team Paige is going to come up just a little bit short as she says that Oakley is only clapping because he knows that he won, which is probably true. Eric puts up and in and takes his first Luck of the Draw victory. More than likely the best victory of his life, if I had to guess. Nick's putt for Team Keegan is just left, but Keegan cleans up nicely. We've got all smiles all around as we finish up here our Luck of the Draw GBO 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching our coverage. We love getting to do these, love getting to feature some of the pros as they get to interact with fans and spectators along the way. Hey, Eric, come here real quick. Want to get a quick interview with our Luck of the Draw champion, Eric Oakley, experiencing the highest high competitively that he's probably ever reached. Eric, this is probably your best win ever. Talk to me about what you're feeling right now.
Honestly, it's just like I'm ecstatic. It's like euphoric.
Thank you so much for joining. I'm just kidding, dude. Congrats, man.
Yeah, it was good, dude. It was
Hey,
good.
tell the spectators and fans who come out how much you guys appreciate what they do here.
Honestly, it's a big reason why we get to stay on the road and being able to grow the sport of disc golf. This is one of the best ways we can, and we just really, really enjoy spreading disc golf, and you guys coming out to do that is huge for us, so thank you.
Yeah, tell us what the spectators being out here means to you guys, Paige.
I mean, it actually wouldn't be an event without you guys, so it's awesome. This was probably our biggest one yet,
Yep.
and it was really last minute, so it's really awesome that, it just goes to show you what GBO week is all about, and so we really appreciate it. It's really cool to see all the signs. You pull up to a stoplight and you see 3 disc golfers around you, so Emporia does it right, and we're super excited that you guys came out. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And for Eric Oakley, Paige Pierce, Zoe Andike, and Dustin Keegan, and Tina Oakley, making it happen back there. I'm Robert McCall. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already subscribed to the Dynamic Disc YouTube channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. We'll see you next time.